What's happening, beautiful souls? Amanda here. I am the leader of the Zen Den. I'm the one who's been sending you messages and class updates. And I just wanted to let you know that there's a new piece of the program that is being added, and that is going to be weekly educational videos followed by a virtual class held on Thursdays. So the videos are going to be about 7 minutes long, give you some things to think about. And then in the virtual call, we will go through those things. Virtual class, we'll go through those things. So it'll just be a super easy Zoom class that you tune into. Those classes will be recorded, and so if you miss it, we'll have it. But obviously, class engagement is going to help in me teaching things and answering questions that you guys might have. So these classes are called Embrace the Human Experience. And where this basis of this program comes from is there's a lot of things that happen in our society that we should question, and we should think, well, why is it like that? And who said so? And that has been a lot of things that have happened with the human body. And to me, this is our vessel for our soul to migrate Earth. My belief system is that we came to Earth to grow, learn, and thrive. We came to explore, we came to learn, we came to it's Earth School 101. Like, that's what we're here to learn. So you can choose to have learning be very difficult and not be tuned into your body and not hear messaging and make daily choices that put you into situations that compromise your well-being. So Embrace the Human Experience is really about, like, you can be all upset about everything that's happening in the world, and there's some fucked up shit. I'm not saying there isn't. There's fucking slavery happening all over the world. There's sex trafficking happening all over the world. There's deception. There is corruption. There is deceit. Governments conspiring to make us sick. Like, our food is poisoned, our water is poisoned, our air is poisoned. All of that's fucking true. I'm not saying it's not. And I allowed myself to exist in a shitstorm of feeling really shitty about it for a lot of years. And in that time, I had a horrible rash on my skin. I had physical ailments of pain. I was real quick tempered. I was lethal with my fucking tongue. Lethal. And then I ended up feeling pretty shitty about it, right? Like, oh, wow. And a couple things were presented to me, like, well, have you ever thought about what, like, if someone does something super shitty to you, have you ever thought about what it would take for you to do something like that? Like, when someone's like, I would never run a red light, like, that's against the law, yada, yada, yada. But what if you're sitting at a red light and you see a semi that's out of control and you have to run the red light to get out of the way of dying? You're going to run a red light. There's circumstances that you may never have been in and that you're unaware of that lead to people having horrible things. So when I break that down, I'm like, okay, so why the fuck would someone do that? And you can typically trace it back to some sort of trauma, some sort of it's not typically. You can put it back to a trauma. You can put it back to unprocessed emotions. You can put it back to a belief mindset on what humanity is. You can put it back to all these things. But the reality of it is, you're responsible for you. You're not responsible for everybody else. And I was losing my mind being like, how in the hell? And then I was like, you know what? That it doesn't serve me. It doesn't feel good. What feels good? Sharing resources with people on supporting their body. Our bodies are divine temples that have the ability to heal from anything. They are literally created to heal. Cut yourself, see what happens. It heals, right? We are programmed, DNA, genetically programmed to heal. That is a real program. So throughout these classes, I'm going to show you the program that we've been given, show you the truth behind it, and show where you're in control to take over. Because if you are sick in any capacity, mind, body, or soul, you need cellular health. You need to aid your cells in healing. And it all comes down to, what do cells need? Cells need hydration, they need nutrients, and they need a proper detox system. So, and they need movement, okay? And while we have our five senses that we think is it, we have been programmed to believe that we don't have more senses than that. And it's not true. And our cells speak in vibration, which means that light and sound affect them. So you can alter your cells by that. Okay. So the other piece is they've done a lot of research on cells, You can drop 3 clone cells in Petri dishes, 1 for muscle, 1 for skin, 1 for bone, and all 3 cells will begin to grow in whatever environment they are in. So if this is true for cells, what we are comprised of, 50 trillion of them who live in harmony when they are given the right tools, then why can't we do that with humanity? Give the humans what they need to thrive. So there's a lot of things that are wrapped into this, and it's just going to be a little picking away at you finding pieces of control so you can incorporate it in your life. I don't believe there's one way to wellness. There isn't. And if there was, like, I would definitely hand it over and give it to you. There are many ways to wellness. Many ways to wellness. And it's a matter of you finding your path and you finding what you want out of your wellness journey. How do you want to feel? How do you want to be? Who do you want to be surrounded by? What kind of things do you want to do? You know, because if you really pay attention to people talk, often they'll be like, oh, I don't want this. And then that's it. They don't continue. Well, if you don't want that, what do you want? Think about it. And why do you want that? Because you want to feel a certain way. So embracing human experience is really about turning on the communication within your own system, recognizing what it is you truly do and do not want, and grabbing hold of the things that are in your control so you can run with them. Okay, so that is what Embrace the Human Experience is all about. That's what these classes are going to be about. So you'll get a 7-minute video. This is kind of an intro. It's going to be a little bit over 7, but you'll get these videos weekly with your class schedule. Watch the video, and then we'll have the class, and we can talk about anything. This is all included in your Zendan membership. So if you have any questions, I am the person to ask, but on Thursday during our video class, we will just talk about simple ways of shifting, of believing that your body can heal, because if you don't have that belief, it can't, and sharing some realities about our cellular health that gives you a lot of power. So that is what we'll be doing. This is the first video, and I will see you on Thursday. If you have any questions, let me know.